everybody. What's happening? Yeah. Hey now. Hey now. You know, it's Friday, man, and for once, there's a good weekend forecast here in New York for decent weather. Like where we might actually have some sunshine, where we actually don't have to go to work. We can actually be outdoors, where it'll be nice. And this makes me very happy. That's all I wanted to say. Good night, everybody. Good morning and good night. Good morning and good night. What a friggin' nightmare. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and could not get back to sleep. And I tell you, I hate that. Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to my frigging nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare.
It's not funny. It's not fun.
It's not. It's not funny.
Not
it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Fun.
It's not funny. Hey, sitting in today in the Jackie chair.
In the hot seat.
The great Joe Rogan, who I think is one of the funniest dudes around.
As God is my witness, that is a great ass.
You're damn right, Joe. Joe is the guy who did the muscular bit.
Oh, yeah, we just played that.
Yeah. Did Freddie play that in the beginning? Joe tells me he wrote a sequel to it. What's going on with that? Yeah. The weightlifters meet again?
Yeah, they're going out, and before they go out, they shave each other.
Well, in other words, the two guys meet, they decide to have anal sex, through what happens down in the basement while they're lifting. And then they become lovers?
No. See, they're in denial, and they do this all the time and go, I'm not gay or nothing. It's like, it's constant. It happens like almost every day.
Right.
Everything they do.
This is the backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so what happens in the new joke? What happens in the
new one? They're about to go out, and the guy has his shirt buttoned like all the way up, and it's like, come on, open it up a little. You got to show your abs. And he's like, I don't think they look that good. They don't look that fine. He's like, come on, you know what it is? You just got to shave it. It shows it off more. And then from there, and they have no shaving cream, so they use whipped cream. And then it just gets, and then he says, you know what you should do, too? You should shave your pubes, because it makes you look bigger. Really? I'm telling you, they love that. And then he gets...
Right, then they get all involved.
And they do it again?
Yeah. Well, only oral. They go oral.
They go oral? No.
Oral.
What are the noises they make during that? When are you going into the studio to record that one?
Very soon.
Very soon. Excellent. Now, you wrote this down, this bit?
Yeah.
You write? Do you actually write these bits?
You write all the lines?
Yeah, I wrote it all.
Muscular. Was the word muscular a mistake?
No, it sounded right when I said it. Round, muscular.
Did you script that muscular?
No, I just said it.
Right.
Just an accident.
I was in character.
I see. That's good.
A great accident.
Great bit, man. So you're going to go in the studio. Now, it's two guys who record it, right? It's you.
My buddy Brian Callen.
Will Brian reprise?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, this is not autobiographical. This is not.
Oh, absolutely not. No. This is all just crazy fiction.
Now, this dude is not gay because he was screaming about divorce settlements. He's not even married. He's never been married. He was screaming about it.
He's already getting ready for his anger over divorce.
Yeah.
No, I'm just panicking.
You are a good-looking guy, though. I'll tell you that. You got that sparkle.
Why is he panicking? Is some girl...
No, it just makes me panic. Like losing all the money and like that just makes me panic.
Yeah, because you work hard.
Yeah.
The whole legal system is weird. It's like...
It's evil.
I'm reading about Survivor. There's a girl suing Survivor. It sounds like a frivolous case to me. She's accusing them of fixing the contest or whatever.
But did you hear that somebody has admitted that the producer knew Rudy before?
Yeah, he used him on a different show. He was on like a...
that Eco Challenge or something.
Yeah, and he liked him and he put him in it. But so what?
He also claims that it's not a reality show. He said, or it's not a game show. He says it's just entertainment. So the rules don't apply.
He just wants to just end the lawsuit. I'm sure this guy's got a million things on his mind, but it's like the girl went on the show. She didn't win.
But if they were lobbying to vote off somebody besides Rudy so that he could stay, she has a case.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what goes on. Because
I don't know.
I can't imagine. Maybe it does. Hey, what do I know? Hey, by the way, Joe, we'll get back to you. But
But, you know, it's interesting that he was saying that because while I was listening to the bit, I was like, these guys don't know they're gay.
That's right.
No, it's total denial.
No,
Every day they rationalize.
Joe understands his characters.
Very well. Very
yes, he does.
Fred thinks we should make a buddy movie out of it.
Yeah.
That'd be a scream.
Yeah, it's better than a stupid character Saturday Night Live has.
I don't know how to do it, though. I don't know how to...
Adam Sandler would know how to put this together.
I just don't know how you could have the actual scenes. You have to have just close-ups on the faces.
No, it's an internet movie.
An internet movie? Oh,
yeah. No. Talk to me. I'll talk to you about the Howard Stern production company. We have big plans for you, baby.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm in.
You might need to shave that. Joe Rogan, by the way, is going to be the host of a new TV show I want to talk about. It's funny as hell. But on the phone is Henry Hill.
Uh-oh.
Henry Hill, of course, is the guy they based the whole movie Goodfellas on.
He is the good fella.
He is the good fella. Henry Hill has information about the basketball game tonight, which I will be watching.
Good. Good for you.
I'm coming into the basketball playoffs now. This is when I arrive.
Thank God.
Everyone will be watching with me. Henry, you're on the air.
You big nose, you bastard.
Somebody's drunk.
I ain't drunk.
Are you all right today?
Iverson's drunk. I got him drunk last night.
What?
He's
drunk.
in bad
I know.
shape, yeah.
Henry, what happened? You emailed me a couple of weeks ago after you got drunk. You'd been dry.
Hey, you want to know something, Bowie?
How many
Get
days
off the
did
phone,
you stay
Bowie.
dry?
Let me talk to Howie.
Buoy.
Bowie.
You emailed me that you've been dry for like 2 years, and you emailed me something about
Bowie.
a woman.
Knock it off, Bowie.
What about the woman?
I don't know. He emailed me and he said, I called drunk the other day. I'm really sorry. And I emailed him back. I'm like, Henry, you were doing so well. What happened?
Right.
And he sent me back and he goes, I don't know, a hooker, or this or that. What are you going to do?
Right.
A hooker, a lover.
Henry cursed out the intern this morning who answered the phone.
Really?
Yeah, a little college kid.
You know, they're doing a special on Henry on A&E Biography.
Nice.
And they're doing a whole
I ain't
hour.
calling up for that. Come on.
How'd that go?
Promote that.
You going to be drinking on that?
Please.
That'll be the serious Henry.
Oh, please.
You know, he's going to shave that. Show up your abs. Shave them. Shave off your abs.
You show your nose. Robin,
Yes.
you're from Philadelphia, ain't you?
No.
Just say you are. Yeah, she is, Henry. Henry, what happened? Bowie makes a good point.
What's the point?
What happened, dude? You dried out. You were looking
I'm
great.
out.
What's
the point?
You were looking great in Los Angeles.
I was still looking great.
You
Nah.
had your life together.
What? Robin, please, Robin. I got spook business to talk about, okay?
I knew it. He's going to get real racist.
Do you
now.
think you're just guilty over killing all those people?
No.
Is
I'm
that why you
guilty
can't
about
stay straight?
my left ball. You know,
What?
I lost my left ball the other night.
You lost your left ball.
What are you talking about?
I made a bet.
Yeah.
LA in 4.
Oy.
Oi.
What do you do?
L.A.
How much?
4.
How much did you?
Maria.
How much did you put down?
What's the difference?
Tell me the truth.
The barn.
You didn't have it, did you?
The ranch.
Uh-oh.
How much?
The ranch.
Talk to me.
Talk to you. What, you want to
Give
pay
us
my
a
bet?
figure.
10 large, 20 large. What'd you do, Henry?
What's the difference?
100 large?
What's the difference?
I want to know. I want to get into your life. I'm thinking of making a sequel.
Please, the IRS may be listening.
Don't worry about the IRS.
What?
The least-
You lost.
Henry, the IRS is the least of your worries.
Henry, are you going to pay what you bet, or are you going to try to get out of town?
What?
Are you going to go on the lam?
I'm going to go out. I've been on land for 21 years.
No, will you hide from the people you owe the money to?
No.
How much did you bet, Henry?
I bet my nephew.
How much money did you bet?
100 large.
Really?
And you don't have that money.
You bet 100 large on the Lakers
For
taking
me? Lakers in 4.
What? 100 large?
Yeah, now I got to lay out. You don't even know what I got to lay.
What do you got to do?
Huh?
What do you got to lay?
Yeah.
What do you got to lay out? What do you got?
To get even.
You know what, Howard? If he paid $50,000 tomorrow,
Huh?
and didn't pay for another 2 weeks, you'd owe $100,000 again anyway.
Make this bet work.
Henry, why do you bet 100 large if you don't have it? You don't have 100 large.
What are you talking about?
You have it?
That cookbook, you did okay with that thing?
Yeah, that website is.
The website, he's got 100 large.
Yeah, the website, goodfellahenry.com.
Goodfella Henry.
T-shirts, everybody, some posters, please.
Oh,
Help me out.
he's
Help
begging.
a half a Jew out over here.
Half a Jew.
Please. Come on.
Henry.
What?
100 large.
Please, come on.
Is that why you're drinking?
Slam dunk.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I thought you said all basketball games were fixed.
I know they're fixed.
He thought it was fixed for L.A. to sweep.
Yeah.
Henry, when Philadelphia won, did you start shooting at the TV and stuff?
I kicked it in.
What was the final score on that game?
It was an overtime game.
107-101.
It was an overtime game, and at one point, L.A. was up 5 points in the overtime.
Don't rub it in.
Wow.
Don't rub it in. It's Friday.
When L.A. was up to 5 points, you figured, hey, 100 large.
But it
No,
was,
I was a loser then.
There was 3 minutes left.
No, the spread.
You
was a loser with the spread.
No, you needed L.A. to win all 4 games, I thought.
No, but he also needed L.A. to win the first game by the spread, it seems.
Oh, my God.
Wow, you really bet weird.
Can I ask you something? If you had won the bet, what kind of payoff would you have gotten?
Too much. What's the difference?
Over $1 million? Because, I mean, that's a phenomenal bet. That's a risk.
It's paper, Howie.
No, I know, but how much money would you have won?
I don't know.
Come on, help me out with this. I don't know anything about
Henry,
betting.
you bet this because it was going to make you rich,
Robin,
right?
you and the Mooks, stop it now.
See, now...
Mook Iverson,
Hey,
48 points? Come on, Robin.
It was Mooks who lost, too, right?
What?
He goes, Mooks Iverson. What, you are angry with black people because of this?
Well, who else's fault is it?
It's true. It's the blacks.
Always the blacks.
Always the blacks.
Always the blacks. We're not blacks.
We deal our drugs to the blacks, not to the whites.
They're animals anyway.
They're animals anyway.
We'll keep it out
Give
of our
them heroin
neighborhood.
and crack.
Hey, we keep it out of our neighborhood. The blacks, they're animals.
They've already lost their souls.
They've already lost their souls.
Is that Dominic?
Yes.
I need a lawyer.
I'm Fat Dominic. Fat Dominic Lucchese Watson.
Somebody's going to get whacked in the
Lucchese.
What are you going to do?
Oh, what am I going to do?
Henry's got to now hide again.
Henry, can I ask you a question, Henry? Real deal. Real deal.
I'm going to come and we should stables that, Robin.
But Henry, at what point?
I'm going to put the horse's head in your bed.
I didn't do anything.
When are they expecting payment? Like, when's the first payment due?
Wait a second. Come on. I got the weekend to get even.
Oh, he's got the whole...
Oh, you're going to dig yourself out of the hole.
You and Timothy McVeigh, you got the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to suck a line.
What are you going to do? Like, do you?
I'm going to put myself in the hole with the suck a line.
Are you going to bet basketball again to pay off the $100,000?
Oh, I bet the series.
You did?
He bet the whole series already, so...
Who you got in tonight's game?
Who do you think?
L.A., yeah, he bet for...
No, I thought he...
changed up?
I thought the big bet would be he's betting him from 4, so...
What?
You know what I'm wondering?
I've lost it already.
Henry, when you go to make the bet...
But now, hold on. Put on KC.
What's it?
KC understands.
When you go to make the big bet...
Hold on.
Hold on.
Bowie, get off.
Wait a second. Do you go to gamble with the same guy you owe the money to, or do you have to go to a different bookie?
My chops.
That's a good question, Henry.
What?
Do you go to the same bookie that you've lost 100 large?
No, I go to a different casino.
It's a casino you bet with?
.com.
What is it?
.com, you know?
Are you gambling online, Henry?
Oh, my God.
I go to .com. Just any .com? Just .com. He goes to .com.
.com and gamble.
You better go to howardstern.com.
Credit card up.
He's now going to have his leg broken by a computer geek?
Yeah. Hey, listen to this guy. He's loaded.
And,
I'm not.
And losing.
Every time I hear his laugh, I think that Ray Liotta is the greatest actor of all time because he totally captured it.
Last time you slipped, you lost your kid, everything. Did you lose your house?
No.
He didn't own one, probably.
Didn't they give his kid to a black family? Wasn't that the deal?
The last time he slipped, the Mooks got his kid.
The Mook's going to get me now.
The Mooks always.
The Moolies.
It's mob guys with the moolies. Racist. So you're telling me
I'm telling you.
that you're back in the hole again, you're drinking.
I'm not.
You're going to lose.
You might as well.
You're going to lose.
Might as well get drunk.
Where is your kid now? You got custody again?
Howard, that's a personal question.
I know.
That's a personal question.
Howard, you want to talk about your daughters?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Henry told us where bodies are buried, but he won't tell you where his kid is.
No.
Yeah, he'll tell you how to kill people, not where his kid is.
Well, Henry, I'm sorry you lost 100 large on the basketball game. Who do you like tonight? Seriously, do you think that the Lakers could come back tonight and win?
By 21.
By 21 points, they're going to...
That's going to be your bet tonight.
What are you laughing about, you movie?
Oh, boy.
Because I really know what's going to happen. You know, we talk to each other.
Blacks talk to one another.
I know what's going to happen, Henry.
Yeah. They all got cell phones.
That's right. What do you think we're talking about?
They all got
people.
cell phones.
You know, me, Puffy, we're all sitting at the restaurant with our cell phones.
You, Puffy, and Shaq and Remac and Mythico, you know?
You're so angry with the Blacks.
I mean, come on. They're making the billions, and we're paying it out.
Oh, my
The
God.
Blacks are making the billions?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
I love that, because there's logic for you.
Not all blacks, just the blacks that play basketball.
Right. The Blacks are making billions.
And the blacks in the hood, too.
See? Henry thinks we're all pretending to be poor.
Are the Blacks doing better than the mob? The black gangs, are they making more money than the mob now?
Yeah, they're kind of doing okay.
Yeah?
You guys got cut out, didn't you?
What happened? You got cut out. You all went legit.
Yeah, they took the Irish and the Sicilian and the Jews out.
Yeah.
They're running the world today. They're running the country.
Who is this they that's running the world?
The Blacks. He's now on a tear about the Blacks.
The Jap. The Jap from Seattle. What's his name?
Who?
Bill Gates?
No, the Jap from Seattle.
Bill Gates?
No.
The baseball player?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
The Japanese baseball player on the Seattle Mariners?
Yep.
He's running the world?
Yep. Check his next paycheck out.
Henry, do you miss the old days? Seriously, killing people, living high on the... Come on, tell the truth. Do you miss it? Do you miss the blood? Do you miss...
second of it.
Nah, come on. You do miss the action. Remember when you went into the Copa? They give you the front seat? With what's her name?
If you lost...
Remember when you went to the Copa with, what's her name, Marissa Tomei, whatever her name is?
Marissa Tomei.
Lorraine Bracco.
Lorraine Bracco, remember?
Remember when you would give your wife money and she would tell you how much you needed by holding her fingers out, how many inches of money she needed?
By the inches.
By the inches. Those were the days. Those were the days.
But I think he's still having them.
I thought they never end.
Hey, did you watch this thing on HBO, the Iceman special?
No.
I just watched that last night.
It's chilling.
That guy's crazy.
The Iceman, he killed tons of guys for the mob.
Did you know him?
Oh, you crazy. It's a fantasy. That's
Oh, stop it, Henry. You know it's not.
Come on, remember the ice cream man?
Are you jealous of the Iceman? All right.
You know what's weird about the Iceman? Not the people he killed for money, the people he killed that just pissed him off.
You're just getting Henry upset because he wants to be the #1 killer.
Yeah,
right. This guy's trying to take his thunder.
He's like, Iceman.
There's nobody.
That's a fantasy.
Henry, you killed tons of people.
I never killed no one.
Why don't you come clean?
Where's Spider buried?
Where's Spider?
What?
Where's Spider, Henry?
What?
You heard me.
You want to do a paper special? I'll show you where they all are.
All right.
Here we go. We've been down this road before.
I'll do it. We'll dig them up. I want you to do a pay-per-view special with me where we dig up Jimmy Hoffa.
That's going to cost $99.99.
Yeah.
I'd pay for that.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah, we'll get you square on that bet.
Would you like to do that?
I'd love it.
Yeah, he always sobers up before it's time
Can
to
you
take
imagine?
a trip.
Can you imagine the house that Henry calls us from, or like the dive that he's living in?
No.
He's alone. He's drunk in a one-room tenement
With a cot. He's probably on
with a cot, and he's got that smelly undershirt on. This guy was the toast at the town, man. Had it all, right, Henry?
Why didn't you just do your time?
A pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn, and a queen.
Describe where you're calling from and what you're wearing.
I can't tell you.
Are you naked right now?
Am I naked now?
You haven't showered in 3 days?
We don't want the address. We just want to tell us what it looks like.
How about I'm on a jet plane right now.
Sure you are.
I'm going to San Diego.
You're going down.
I am.
Man, the good old days, they were something. Right?
Huh?
The smell of pee is wafting through the air.
Yeah, neon sign blinking outside the window.
You got too cocky. That's the problem. You got too cocky. You got cocky. You know what? You know where you blew it? You got too big for your britches. You had to lay low. In the mob, you always lay low.
But why didn't he just do some time? Why did he rat on his friends?
Because he was afraid of the joint.
You couldn't do your time?
No.
Come on. Look at the spook is rubbing it in again.
Are you afraid of doing time?
Are you serious?
You know how to do your time?
In the shoebox in the corner.
All right. Hey, listen, Henry, I'm sorry you lost 100 large. You predict that the L.A. Lakers will win tonight, 21 points.
And with his luck...
And who wants to make a bet over there?
Now, you don't need to make any bets. Goodbye, Henry.
But KC.
You want
He
KC?
wants to talk to a kindred spirit.
All right, hold on. Casey's in the hole, too, I think. Hold on.
They have the same disease.
Yeah, wants to speak to someone else who's in the hole. That's the great Henry Hill. You want to speak to Henry? Yeah. All right. Well, now you come in. I got to go break for commercial. What?
I was just going to ask him who he's taking for the Big Belmont this weekend.
Henry, who you got for the Big Belmont?
The horse that won the first one.
Monarchos.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know about
that. Distance. It's going to go to a mile and a half.
I don't know, man.
I bet you.
Will that get you out of the hole if
Henry.
Monarco?
Please.
Henry, what are you going to bet him with?
Please.
Please.
Monarchos, you going to put money down on him? Imelda Monarchos? Huh? Casey, I see your eyes rolling. You're like, hey, maybe Henry knows something.
No. See, he's wrong. Point Given's going to win. I know that.
Point Givens?
Yeah.
You know that.
I know that.
Point Given.
Point Given.
How you like Point Given, Henry?
Yeah. No way.
Why do you say no?
Fourth.
He's going to be in fourth?
Yes.
Who's going to come in second?
This is a guy who's in the hole for 100.
Show.
How much are you betting, Casey?
Well, I'm going to bet like exactas and stuff like that. It means you pick the first and second horse.
Right.
So I'm still looking to see who my second horse is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man who spent half of yesterday trying to get his cable turned back on because he didn't pay the bill. No, it's not because I paid the bill. That's what got me so frosted.
Casey.
What?
Casey.
What?
Casey.
What's up?
Listen to me.
Oh, advice.
Advice.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear what you got to say.
Quit gambling. G8.
Quit gambling.
No, the only thing I got to do is stop betting on the trotters, right?
The Trotters are fixed. That'd be one of them.
Exactly. So I got to stop betting them. Thoroughbred is you can win some money on.
You're right.
All right, Henry, hold on.
Look at Henry. He's rolling in dough.
Casey, go talk to Henry off the air. He needs a friend.
All right.
Yeah, Henry, make up the cot next to you for Casey. He'll be there.
Yeah, you're going to have a roommate. Hold up. Those two will be bunking together.
Shave each other's back.
I got to take a break. Joe Rogan's here. He's very muscular. We'll be back right after these words.
And now, a message from Kirk Douglas's speech coach.
On behalf of Howard, many people are stopping in Russia, and all you do is to celebrate. When we talk to people crash on an airplane, and all you think you can do is to drink and make merriment. I condemn you. Howard condemns you. Good evening. This is our gracious and Bubba Booey to all of you.
You're listening to someone who might offend you, but at least you'll understand every word. Howard Stern.
The Howard Stern Show. There are two parts to Howard Stern. The one is his, sick, nasty, vulgar humor. Whether people laugh or not is one thing. But there's another side to Howard Stern. He's mean. And, my guess is that Howard Stern himself is not a bigot. But he plays to bigotry. And admittedly, almost in any audience for a bad guy on television, most people are going to watch it. It goes in one ear and out the other. But there are always people in an audience who are vulnerable to what might be called moral disturbance.
Hey now. Did you watch the MTV Movie Awards last night?
I completely forgot that they were on.
Yeah, they weren't heavy publicized, I don't think that a lot of people remember to watch it. By the way, Joe Rogan joining us this morning. Joe Rogan, who is a real funny comic. I started watching it, and the highlight was Shannon Elizabeth, the chick from American Pie, was wearing a see-through top.
A see-through top?
Yeah, it was totally see-through. You could see her boobage.
Bra?
No bra.
So you saw those big fake cans?
You could see those big fake cans.
Hey, if I can touch them, they're real.
Mm.
They're all real to me.
Yeah, I don't care if they're fake or real. People think that it matters.
But, women treat the fake ones like they're not real.
It's the greatest thing. When a woman gets fake boobs, she wants to show them to everyone.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you know what's so great, too? When women have a baby, all of a sudden they'll show you their breasts. It's like, yesterday I ran into my friend Tony McGinley, who just had a baby with our husband Mark.
Oh.
You know Tony, right?
Yeah,
just had a baby, beautiful baby, named, what the hell, Haley. Beautiful baby. I'm admiring the baby. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I know this girl now 3 years. Always thought she was sexy, hot, you know, the whole thing. Always thought about banging her and all this. I walk by her. She's sitting in a room. Her boob is out, and she's feeding the baby. And I went, oh, my God. Now, first of all, it shows you how deluded I didn't even notice it first. Everyone said, hey, Tony's in there breastfeeding. So I walk in.
Mean you walked by
you went to look?
No. I walked in, and then I walked out, and they go, did you just see Tony breastfeeding? I go, no, what are you talking about? So I turn around, and I go, Tony, wow.
You went in and said, wow.
And I go, wow. I go, what a beautiful baby. The baby's clamped onto her nipple, breastfeeding, but she's got a beautiful rack. The girl always had a beautiful rack, and now I'm seeing it.
And now it's full.
And I go, wow, Tony, beautiful baby. She starts laughing. I go, this is great. I see 3 guys out in the hall. I go, how much would you pay to see Tony's boobs? And they're like, I don't know, $10, $15. I go, give me $15. I bring them all in the room.
Do you know the little cloth? You know the one.
No cloth. No cloth.
See, people make people wear that cloth when they're in public. They wouldn't even use that cloth.
Yeah, women shouldn't be embarrassed. They should feed wherever the baby needs.
You know,
it was weird. I mean, and then I just try to block out the baby. Imagine if I could see her boobs.
Yeah, you're just trying to pretend there's no baby there.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. She got a great rack.
I know a guy who's seen Cindy Crawford doing that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and women think like, oh, it's no big deal. It's food.
No, breastfeeding.
Why wasn't it a big deal to remove the baby for a few minutes so I can really get a look?
And then just take him out and let us look. Yeah.
Right.
Why wasn't it a big deal when you were negotiating with Playboy?
Right.
Hey, I've seen women do it when they wait for the subway.
Yeah, I know. Down there, that's a little scary.
Yeah.
Well, park benches, I don't
I've seen that in the park.
Yeah.
I saw that in the park.
It doesn't seem sexual to me at all. When I see a chick, like, breastfeeding, it's just...
It's not sexual, but I've been waiting a long time to see her boobs.
It's still weird.
You got to take your opportunities where they come.
When am I ever going to see her boobs again?
I'm with you, Howard. It's not sexual, but if that's the way you got to get it, you take it.
And they were pretty.
Pretty big, too.
Yeah.
You saw...
Well, Joe, you must get laid a lot. You're a real good-looking guy. I was looking at you.
And you're out there in Hollywood, right?
You're pretty like a girl.
Really?
Yeah, but
Joe's pretty.
I think he's all wrapped up, even though he's not married. He lives with someone and stuff.
I have a great girlfriend.
Hey, didn't you date Jerry from Survivor?
Yeah, years ago when she was hot.
Really?
Jerry, what's her name, Mathney?
Manthe. She had a bunch of different names. She was trying a bunch of different names out.
She's an actress in L.A.
She's really a nice person.
Yeah, you live out in L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's not the witch they described you.
You put people on an island, a bunch of strangers, you starve them, you give them a couple rice a day, and then they're all retarded anyway. And they're all like, feeding off each other and yelling at each other. Let's do this. No, let's do that. And the next thing you know, she's yelling. They snip, they cut, they paste.
How'd you get a hold of her? Or she was like a desperate actress and you told her you could help her out?
No, I didn't tell her.
Where'd you meet her?
I forget.
That's set up?
In Hollywood somewhere.
Joe, didn't you say on your website that since her, you don't date women who have 8x10s?
She was the last straw. I already had, a no headshots policy, and I was working on it.
Why is that? What happened between the two of you that you would say?
They're actresses. They're all freaks with holes in their souls. They need to fill up with other people's attention.
I have a buddy who says I have a buddy who's dated like 2 or 3 big star actresses, and he says actresses don't date them because they're so narcissistic. They're so egocentric
and needy.
Too much work.
It is.
Too much work.
Like, well, explain the work. I don't understand.
Well, it has to always be about them. It's always about their career. It's always about the callback. It's always you can never just be hanging out, living life. There's always so much involved in it. There's always so much worried about my agent. Is he getting the proper representation?
Yeah, right.
Out on this, and how come she's on that show? And they read Entertainment Weekly, which I call the devil's rag because they freak out. They become possessed. They read it, funny magazine and everything, but they read it and they get locked into it. Like, why is he getting this? What?
And they put down every other actor.
Yeah.
$1 million, I'll light myself on fire for 2.5 minutes. Which is always weird because this is kind of weird. This is something I've never talked about on the air, but a couple of years ago, I got a letter from this guy named Johnny. Johnny, it turns out, wanted to pepper spray himself right here in the studio. I said, okay, I'm down for that. Tom Chiasano, our general manager, said, we can't pepper spray him in the studio.
It was pepper spray and stun gun.
Yeah, he was going to stun gun himself and pepper spray himself on the show. So I was pissed off because I really wanted the guy to do it.
Yeah, we went around for weeks trying to get Tom to find some reason to let us do it.
Well, the kicker to the story is Johnny's last name is Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville is the host of MTV's Jackass, And he was trying to get his career started, and he would have started it right here on our show. And what's ironic is that MTV is owned by this company that Tom works for, and they now allow that on the TV, but Tom wouldn't let me do it here.
Have you brought that up to Tom?
No, because he'll say, what?
I would really like to know what he has to say about it now.
Tom never feels bad that he sucks up my show.
Is Tom a dick?
Yes. All right.
You know what? If you look at the second page of that letter, Howard.
Here's the Johnny Knoxville letter, too.
At the very end, you can tell he's so desperate. It says something like, I heard there might be some money. I could really use it.
Yeah. Here. Johnny Knoxville. My name is Johnny Knoxville, and I write for Big Brother magazine. It's come to my attention that a gentleman wants to get pepper sprayed and stun gunned on the air. 2 months ago, I performed those same exact stunts for an article I wrote for Big Brother. Also, in addition to those 2 stunts in the same article, I was taser gunned. And for a finale, I shot myself at point-blank range with a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson.
Wow.
If you'd like, I'll send you a copy of the article and also an edited copy of the video footage from the article. We could also discuss me doing some stunts on the air. Also, I've just completed a piece where I sent a writer into an Oriental massage parlor with a hidden camera, and he was he was recorded getting a massage. Then he had hand manipulation. Pretty funny stuff. Maybe you'll want to check it out. And then he gave me his number. And it's Johnny Knoxville.
Doesn't he say at the end, doesn't he ask for money?
He goes, P.S., it is rumored that there's a monetary reward for some of the previously discussed stunts. Is that correct? So, this guy, everybody's now doing Jackass.
Well, there's even a show NBC is promoting. I think it starts on Monday.
It's called Fear.
Your Fear or something.
And by the way, let me give you trivia. Guess who's hosting that show?
Who is hosting that show?
Joe Rogan.
Is that right?
You wait till he's going to be talking about it because it's funny as hell.
All right.
He says it's so nutty. They take some model. She wants to win money. They're going to stick her in a glass booth with worms that eat through you.
Glass coffin. It's the worm. He told me it's the worms that paleontologists use to clean the bones.
Superworms.
Yeah, superworms. I've seen those worms because I go up on the Upper West Side. There's a place what's that place called?
Museum of Natural History?
No, but these guys sell stuff. They sell skulls and all kinds of stuff to the museum. Mandible and Maximus.
Right.
I go up there. The guy shows me the basement. They got all those worms in glass cases, and they're eating through all kinds of carcasses. Really? It's the coolest thing you ever saw.
Well, that was one of the stunts. We put these people, not just the model, but everybody who wanted to go on further, they had to do this. And one of the stunts was they had to lie in a glass coffin. We poured 300,000 of those worms on them. And they're in, like, biker shorts and, bike shorts and a tank top. Yeah. And they had to lie there for 5 minutes. And it was disgusting. 5 minutes? And they're clinging on to them and biting them and pinching them. Like, you see their toes are tensing up. Like, And they had to lie there.
Let me ask you something.
Wow.
So what happened? The model started crying?
Oh, she panicked. As soon as she saw it, apparently she has a thing about bugs.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, this sucks. Hey, this sucks. This sucks.
How much money do they get for doing that?
If they win, they get $50,000.
Oh, my goodness.
But only one person wins every week. So there's 6 people every week.
Is it a half hour?
No, it's an hour.
An hour? And the whole 1 hour devoted to getting into the glass coffin with the bugs?
No, there's a ton of things they got to do.
What's the 3 stunts?
3 men and 3... Every week is different. And it's 3 men and 3 women every week. And each stunt, we eliminate people. There's 3 stunts.
So how many people do you start off with?
We start off with 6. Last man standing or woman wins $50,000.
Wow.
You know what's crazy?
Would you let bugs bite you for $50,000?
That's not even the grossest one.
But you know what's crazy? Like, we're doing a contest next week on our radio show that we did through Golden Palace. They're giving us $1 million. And we're not putting them through half the hell you guys are.
For $50,000.
We're doing, for $1 million, what we're doing is we're just asking them to keep their hands like on a porno star, and whoever can stay standing the longest wins the $1 million. We should get the box with the worms.
And,
what were we thinking?
Howard, we can't even let a guy taser gun himself. Tom's not going to let us let worms eat.
How come you guys can do that?
The worms is nothing. The worst one was the rat pit, and that's the one that's airing on Monday. But we took these people.
Is that the debut show?
Yes.
Okay.
We put them in the biker shorts and the tank top. We tied them to the bottom of an elevator shaft in an abandoned warehouse. Tied them down so they can't move. And we poured 400 rats on them. Oh! It's real rats, like biting them and pooping all over them. And they had to lie there for 4 or 5 minutes covered in these rats. It's screaming.
What's the legal risk in this?
42-page,
disclaimer.
Well, what is it?
A waiver.
Yeah, it's huge.
Joe, what was the thing they did with the attack dogs?
Oh, yeah, we put a padded suit on them when they have to run across the finish line, and we let a trained attack dog loose on them. And the dog takes them down. Boom, they got to try to crawl their way to the finish line.
There's a race.
Get out.
And it's NBC.
And you're the host.
Don't
you think that's going to be a big show?
It'll either be huge or it'll be canceled immediately.
No, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. What's the name of it? Fear?
Fear Factory. Fear Factor. Fear Factory, I think, is a band.
Fear Factor.
Yeah. Fear Factor.
Dude, you're going to be huge. You're going to be a big star come
You're
Monday.
You're going to be the next Jeff Probst.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Wonderful.
How'd you get picked for that? No offense.
Well, because it's a really screwed up show and they needed a screwed up host.
Well, they needed a guy who,
They wanted a comedian. They just said, well, we don't want
What file do they go through to find?
Why did they?
Someone from NBC said, that's Joe Rogan. Let's get, because they know I love freak shows.
But why did
all those
did they test you for that? I mean,
yeah. You know how we tested? We just went on the street with a camera and I just grabbed people. Hey, come here. And they put it on camera and I just, said screwed up things to them and asked them questions about their personal life.
But let me ask you something. Are you the kind of host that's like all funny and you kind of slow down the show?
No,
like, I just want to see rats.
No, listen, I'm not going to interrupt any freak shows.
Do you get involved with, do you hold a rat or do you?
No. I mean,
what do you do? Tell me what you do exactly.
First of all, I explain the rules to them, right? Once I explain the rules are all cut and dry. That's all written on paper. Once I explain the rules to them, then it's all free ball and everything is just like whatever how. I ask them what's going on in your head, like how.
Oh, do you interview them while they're in the rat pit?
Yeah, sometimes while things are happening, sometimes after it's over. It's sort of like instead of like a host, I'm more like the guy at home going, are you really going to do this? Like, wow.
Oh, really? And so you don't try and crack jokes and stuff?
If it's funny, I crack a joke, but if it's not, I don't. I let it be natural. Like,
you should play it serious, like.
Some of it, most of it's serious, but if it's a goof, I got to laugh. Like, some of them.
I've read about shows like this in Japan for years.
Yeah.
Is this one of those shows?
No, it's actually from Holland. It's a show that was created in Holland years ago, Now or Neverland. And they decided to make a big budget version of it on NBC, and that's
here's a weird thing. Survivor, how popular it is in this country, it's the #1 show. They put it on in England, the British version, and Survivor tanked in England. And the show that's big in England is Big Brother.
It's because they bang on that show. And the Big Brother in England,
Big Brother show.
they throw down.
Yeah.
In America, because everybody in America, now we have this new animal, the celebrity contestant, like the Richard Hatch guy.
Yeah.
It's like you see him in all the award shows, and that's why Jerry's doing it.
Right.
They're like, I want to be famous. And so now they become famous for virtually no reason, for being on a show. Not for being a singer, or for being a talented actor, or whatever. They become famous for being on this thing. They're contestant.
Yeah.
So now we have a lot of these freaks that are going to...
So anybody's willing to do anything. It's not about winning the $50,000. It's about being on TV.
And getting
there was three types... On Fear Factor, there was three types of people. There was people who were just the attention whores, who just wanted the attention. They just wanted to be on TV.
Those are the ones that crack and don't even go get in the box of worms.
Some of them are more willing to do anything.
Really?
Those are more willing to do things.
That's what I would think. If they want that attention, they'll do anything to get it.
But on Fear Factor, we also had people who were like, they felt like they had like a timid life and they wanted to break out of it. And
right. They're going to prove something.
Yeah, those people you like rooted for. You're like, you could do it. Get in there or whatever. But then there's the other people who are like, hey, dude, I'm broke. I need $50,000. Like, whatever.
Right.
Do whatever.
Rats for how many minutes? Whatever.
Yeah, take my blood.
Henry Hill will be a contestant.
Do medical experiments.
The mooks are keeping me down.
Right.
Why are you here, Henry?
So there's a guy on the phone. Damn, I got to take a break. I was leading into this. All right, I'll get to this dude. Let me do him real quick. Okay. Hey, Joe, you want to light yourself on fire?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Hey, man. So you said in your letter to us, you'll burn yourself for 2.5 minutes, but you're going to wear some special suit.
Yeah, well, actually, no. They missed, I don't know who told you about 2.5 minutes. I'd say I come as close as I can to the world record.
The world record's 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes and 14 seconds, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you're going to wear some kind of a special asbestos suit or something.
That's what this guy did on Guinness.
Yeah, well, who cares about him? I'm not going to give a guy $1 million. You got to burn some skin.
Burn some skin?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can stick my hand on the stove and do that.
Yeah.
That's the world record for surviving. I mean, a lot of guys have beat that record. They're just dead, right?
Right. Indian women.
Yeah, the protesters in Vietnam, remember?
Yeah.
Right, they burned a lot.
There's a picture in Bizarre Magazine from last month of a guy burning himself. He was protesting bad treatment in jail or something. So he lit himself on fire. Like all the guards, I don't know, it's like in Thailand or something. They're all just standing there watching and laughing.
They don't want to get burned.
Yeah, they don't want to get hurt.
Did you ever see that video footage of the monk in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Oh.
Violence
They used to do that. Happened almost on a daily basis.
But that guy was just lying there in the lotus position, not moving.
Well, that's what I always used to wonder. What was he on?
No,
Nothing.
He was on Buddha.
Oh, God. Yesterday, any kind of violence when you see it up close is dangerous. Yesterday, I'm walking down Columbus Avenue. I've seen this 4 or 5 times, actually. Cab driver cuts off this guy on a bike, on a regular bicycle.
A messenger guy.
Yeah, not even a messenger, like a yuppie with he has the full bike uniform on.
He's just exercising.
Yeah, he's exercising, and he's got he looks like an Italian with the tight pants.
Right, he's got the racing stripes on him, and he's got the little shoes and hooked to his bike.
Yeah, he's got all that. And the cab driver, doesn't care. He almost hits him. The bike guy starts yelling at the cab guy. He gets off his bicycle. He goes up to the cab driver's window, and he punches him in the head 7 times. Ow. The bike guy punches the cab driver in the head 7 times.
Cab driver sitting in the cab.
Sitting there. I'm sitting there watching this thing. The guy's taking shots to the head over and over again. And now, if you're the cab driver, either you open your door and get out and fight, if you're taking 7 shots to the head, and he's just sitting there. He doesn't even take off. No, he just kept getting beat in the head.
He got punched 7 times in the head and he didn't go out?
Didn't walk out. And I'm sitting there going, I don't friggin' believe this.
But is he at a red light? Is there a reason he can't leave?
Nah, I mean, it was a red light, but so what? Roll up your window.
Hey, those laws are strict here. You get points, you run a red light.
And he was just pounding the guy in the head. Unless the first shot made the dude so woozy.
He didn't know he was being punched.
Punched really hard in the head?
Yeah, well, I saw one guy punch a guy through he went his fist right through the window. This guy was driving a truck. I forget what kind of truck. Like a Snapple truck or something. Windows rolled up, gets into some altercation with the dude. Dude comes over, is yelling at the guy in the Snapple truck. He balls up his hand in a fist. He didn't wait for the guy to roll down the window. He punched right through the glass and bam, right into the guy's head. The guy's fist was covered in blood. It was unfriggin' believable.
Howard, that's not possible.
Ronnie, the limo driver, saw it too. Ronnie, come on in and tell. Swear to God.
This was a movie set.
No, Ronnie.
And that was candy.
Ronnie, come in here, man. My reputation's on the line. He saw it. We're sitting there going, holy cow. Right through the glass, the guy's fist. And
you don't
punched.
break your hand when you do that?
He probably did. No, he was so angry.
If you commit to it, you won't break your hand.
Ronnie. Am I making this
You
up?
remember that?
What kind of truck was it?
It was Thuman's guy.
Thuman's.
The meat guy?
Yeah, Thuman's for humans.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened was the guy was unloading the truck. He was on the street side. He had a hand truck there. The guy he stepped out of the truck and he was putting the boxes on the hand truck. The cab came by and he hit the hand truck and knocked it over. Almost hit the guy. So the guy goes like, "What are you doing, man?" And the cab driver just gave him the finger and he kept on going. And the guy got caught for the light at Madison Avenue.
Yeah.
The guy walked up to the window, just smashed him right through the window with the closed window.
Whacked him.
Guy's hand was bleeding. Never said a word to him. Turned around and walked away.
Yep. He was
Robin
so pissed.
She doesn't buy it.
We saw it. I'm not making it up.
You two got together.
No. Why would I make that up?
Let me interview you separately.
You know when people's adrenaline gets so crazy? The guy was crazy.
The guy had pieces of glass sticking in his hand still from the window.
Do you know how hard that window is to break?
This guy was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I saw a guy punch a window in once. I don't think it's that hard.
Yeah, I got to take a break. Hey, so, dude, you want to light yourself on fire?
Yeah, I seen this thing on Guinness. I heard about it on MTV's Jackass. I didn't see the MTV one.
See, there's so many guys from Jackass that you see Fear Factor.
Well, people just watching Jackass.
They're really worried about that. NBC is the copycat stuff.
Yeah.
But with the NBC things, the stunts, besides the gross ones, there's 3 stunts. And so out of the three stunts, only one of them is gross. So the 9 shows we did, 18 of them are just these huge, Hollywood crazy stunts where we have a jet ski, and you're on the back of a jet ski. You have to jump from a jet ski to a helicopter.
Oh, my God. I never could do that.
These are regular. It's a crazy one.
These are regular people?
Yeah, regular people.
So, dude, when you want to light yourself on fire, is that because you watch Jackass and stuff?
I don't know. I thought I could have a chance to make some money at it.
Yeah. And you want to light yourself on fire for $1 million, but you're going to wear a special asbestos suit?
Well, whatever you'd have to, or you'll be burnt to death.
Right.
Well, what do you do that, you want to do this?
In other words, why are things so bad?
Well, they're not really super bad. I think I'm in the middle part of my life, and I'm just treading water financially, and I thought I'd have a chance of getting ahead somehow. And I've heard, people doing stunts, and I just figured I'd throw this out there just to see what would happen. And,
but you don't want any permanent physical damage from it.
No, I'm worried. I am worried about that in the back of my mind.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you $100 if you let me punch you in the nuts as hard as I can. What do you think?
How about 10,000?
10,000?
To punch a guy in the nuts?
Very specific.
You know what? That's kind of intriguing to me.
You're thinking about it.
I want to punch a guy in the nuts.
I got hit in there with a baseball when I was younger, man. A guy batted a ball right now.
You're telling me without a cup or anything, I can punch you in the nuts for $10?
Howard, I think I could probably clear $5,000 today.
We could probably clear $5,000 on that.
I1.com. I'd have to make a quick call, but I could get $5,000 right away.
I can whack you in the nuts as hard as I want?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I couldn't take a hit.
Right,
Oh,
5 Gs.
Dude, I'll take a punch to the nuts for $5,000.
Of course.
I got hit there one time, man, with a baseball.
You're a pussy.
I've been kicked there hundreds of
You really
times.
think he could be in the fire? No way.
Nah, dude, you're not going to hold up in the fire. You're going to be on fire for 5 seconds of panic.
For $5,000, it only hurts for like a minute.
Yeah, you're no Johnny Knoxville. All right, dude?
You don't think it'll work?
Nah, you straighten yourself out and you get a job.
Hey, give me some ideas, man.
I told you, I'll punch you in the nuts for 5 Gs.
I hook her up with some of those women on your show. I'm 40. I'm still not doing anything out here. Maybe I could do better luck out there.
Why don't you become a gay prostitute? That's good. That's what that guy in Jackass ought to do. He really wants to do a stunt. Go out and put a hidden camera on himself, become a gay prostitute.
He'll never top that porta potty one. Did you see the porta potty one?
No.
That was the nastiest one I've ever seen.
I saw that.
Howled. I laughed till I was crying. He climbed in a porta potty. They had all these people peeing it and pooping there.
He was in it?
He's in it, and he holds on to it. They put like a gas mask on him. And he holds on to the side. He's inside, and they turn it upside down, and it all down his leg and his shirt. I was crying laughing.
That's funny.
It's hysterical. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I thought the colonic one was good.
No,
but that sounds better.
What they do to him then?
He laid on the table, and you watch this woman get, like the 50-gallon tank of water above his head, and this tube that's about an inch in diameter. And, he's like, what do you want me to do? And he's, like, trying to keep his meat covered and everything.
Right.
Well, she's...
His meat.
His junk.
Well, she's trying to find where to put this big tube. And then she finally gets in it. He has to lie on his side.
Right.
And she puts it where it's supposed to be. And then he's like a woman having a baby. He has to, keep it together and flip himself over. And then she starts running the water in. And he's like, you watch him get all filled up with this water. Then she lets the water out, and she starts telling him what she sees coming through the tube.
You were doing that? Yes. Why didn't you ever let us videotape it?
I never got it videotaped. So she's telling him what she sees coming through the tube, and then finally she takes the tube out, and he has really got to go.
Right.
And the bathroom is down the hall. And so you watch him clinch with this little hospital gown on and run to the bathroom. And they actually keep the camera going while he's there on the bowl.
Chauncey, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going? Are you for real? $10,000 to punch someone in the nuts?
$5,000 I got.
$5,000? What do you want me there?
I can punch you in the nuts. I can punch you in the nuts as hard as I want.
Of course, that's nothing.
It's just a punch, huh?
Yeah.
Not a
punch in the nuts for $5,000?
No,
I'll come in every day and you can punch me in the nuts.
For $10,000 if you let me use a baseball bat. All right, get out of here. I don't want to punch you in the nuts. I don't want to even go near your nuts.
Did you ever see that HBO thing where they do those shows from other countries, and they had the one where they gave all these people a laxative, and they had a contest to see who could hold it the longest?
Yeah.
They had all these guys lined up in the bathroom. There's plastic on the floor.
How come you could do that? Like, all I wanted to do was some of that stuff here for the $1 million that we're giving away next week. And, man, you would see the legal wranglings you have to go through.
Well, they had to sign a 42-page disclaimer.
Yeah, Mark, what are you up to? What's up, Mark? Mark's not there.
But remember when we were doing the Channel 9 show and we couldn't even show that guy vomiting? He used to, his whole act was to swallow things and vomit them up.
I know.
They wouldn't let us show that.
And now every show is doing it. I mean, that's what drives me crazy. It's only with me they get crazy.
I saw that same show Joe was talking about on HBO, and that was our original idea for this $1 million contest. We wanted to give 5 guys how to take an enema and just stand there.
And see who could hold it.
And whoever held it the longest won the $1 million.
Right.
And our company was like, no way.
Yeah, but why are they letting it go on MTV?
That show was great.
Why are they letting them do it on MTV?
And it was so great, too. You know what was great about that foreign show? they had all the guys were dressed in, like, what speed skaters wear?
Yeah.
They were white, except the butts were cut out.
Oh,
That's
there was
cool.
plastic on the floor.
I love that. Hey, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
America's most trusted man, Walter Cronkite, and America's most stupid, Stuttering John, face to face.
Here's a question, Walter, for WXRK Radio. Here's a question for WXRK Radio.
Yeah, right.
Since you stopped doing news, don't you think the quality has really slipped?
Well, yes, I think quality of all of life has slipped over the last several years, as a matter of fact. Television has reflected that and has been a part of it and perhaps in some ways responsible for it. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Okay, what did William Daley ever do that was so friggin' important?
That's the way you phrase your questions, is it? Is that the kind of answers you expect?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, honest.
Well, I don't want to indulge in that kind of radio, thank you. I don't believe in that language. That's what's the trouble with our business today.
Would you have a co-anchor with Howard Stern?
That's what's the trouble with our business today, using that kind of language. Upgrade your language, and you do something for a human being and for our civilization.
Oh, I didn't curse. No, I didn't curse.
Frigging. You think frigging's a good word?
Well, it's not a curse.
It's a bad word. It's a bad word. What do you think it means?
It's just another word for saying, I don't know. What makes
what do you think it means? Words should mean something, shouldn't they?
It's kind of an adjective, Huh? It's like an adjective.
But what does the word mean?
It just gives it like emphasis. Come on. Would you have a co-anchor with Howard Stern?
Of course not.
All right. Thanks a lot, Walter. I'll see you.
Right. Friggin', for God's sake.
Gee, take care, man.
You're listening to the friggin' Howard Stern Show. For Christ's sake.
A-hole like me. Hi, this is David Spade. That's right, settle down. And if you don't listen to Howard Stern, I'm going to stun gun myself. Do what I say. I'm not kidding around. I will stun gun myself. I have all 9 volts ready. Right, monkeys will fly out of Baba Booey's ass. I'm a star, and I don't care what you people do. This was dictated, not read.
You know who called me last night? Bill Maher. The guy from Politically Incorrect. He has some idea he wants to throw by me, so I got to call him back.
Very good.
So I got to call him back. I've never liked speaking to dudes outside of the radio show.
But, I mean, if it was business, that would bother you?
Call my agent. What do I know?
I
know he's just going to ask me to do something dumb on that show. And,
you think?
And I'm going to have to say no. And I'd rather have my agent say no. And I'll just say, I really want to do it. My agent will say no.
No. You say, Bill, I'd really love to do that, but you have to talk to my agent.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, though. Hey, Joe Frazier and Shannon Briggs are here. Joe Frazier is the world champion. He is the greatest boxer of all time.
It goes without saying. You don't have to explain.
Yeah. Shannon Briggs is still trying to be the greatest boxer of all time.
Now, him you might have to explain.
Yeah. Shannon's in here looking for a fight with Mike Tyson.
We don't have Mike Tyson.
He wants to make an announcement. Joe Frazier's daughter is fighting Ali's daughter tonight.
Is that happening tonight?
Yep.
I know. I was reading in the paper or something about it. I said, I wonder if this is imminent.
It's Ali Frazier.
I'm not getting a lot of hype.
No. Well, he's here to hype it.
Okay.
We met Joe Frazier's daughter the other day at the boxing match. Oh, look at the champ. There's the champ, and there's the future champ. 2 great boxers.
You know what?
Hey, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Are they
What's up?
The heavyweights bigger? Look at how big Shannon is compared to Joe.
Well, what you going to do now? Who you going to bet on this time?
Sit down for a second.
Start with me, Joe, before you get to the microphone.
Hey, Shannon. What's this saying out in the hall that you could kick Joe Frazier's ass in his prime?
No.
What were you saying that for?
No, take it easy.
Why are you saying you could kick Joe Frazier's ass?
Take it easy, Daddy. Take it easy.
Yeah. Joe, what's this man challenging you for?
No.
Joe, you say you could take him right now, right?
No. I don't want no parts of smoke.
No. Joe, you are the greatest of all time. Everyone knows that you were robbed. Ali Frazier was the greatest that ever happened. Now, here's what I got to ask you before I get to Shannon, because Shannon wants to fight with Mike Tyson.
He would like some of those incredible brawls.
Shannon's looking big. But, Joe.
Yeah.
Recently, I read in the newspaper that Muhammad Ali said he was going to apologize, and he said he was sorry for making racist comments about you. You were a dark-skinned black man. He was a light-skinned black man. He called you racist things worse than any white man could. He called you a monkey. He called you all this stuff.
He called him a gorilla.
He called you a gorilla. Excuse me.
I just wanted to get the quote right.
Yeah. He said things.
As long as I got my name right, it's okay.
Ali was cruel. Ali was the master of torturing someone psychologically, which he did to you. And you never, ever were the same afterwards. You never forgave him. And let me say something. Ali apologized, but you were mad because he never apologized to you.
I was going to say, Ali said he was going to apologize, then he probably forgot.
What happened, Joe? He did come out.
How come you forget?
Joe, you're mad because not only did he not apologize to you, but then what happened was it looked like the guys had made peace. Ali Frazier had made peace.
Well, I guess every couple of years they make peace and then Joe falls out again.
Well,
You can't make anything no sense with Robin, you know what I mean? Robin got the picture all over the office, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
All on the shoulders and leaning all over him, you know what I mean? So I know Robin, I got no wound with you, but therefore I got the job done over the years. And then Jackie going.
First of all, look how beautifully you speak. Yeah. Ali can't get out 2 words. That's all I got to say. You tell me who won that fight.
Let me explain what just happened.
What happened? Come on, Robin.
Explain
what happened?
Joe is just upset because I have Muhammad Ali's pictures in there.
No, I'm not upset.
Yes, you are.
Oh, he walked in on you?
No.
He's seen. They take him in there all the time just to torture him.
No. I'm mad.
She loves Ali, man. Yeah. She has pictures of him in her house. Ali is everything to her. And that's not right.
Well, them light-skinned boys, huh?
Yeah. She likes those white boys.
What are you trying to say?
You like those white boxers. Because he's a white man.
Shannon Briggs?
Shannon Briggs is a handsome man. There you go. That's right. Look at the size of this guy.
Yeah, big man, huh?
He is a big man. Yeah. He is a big man. So let me get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
So Ali did apologize, but in the paper.
There you go.
He never called you.
He never called you.
No.
So then you freaked out and said, I'm not going to be friends with this man. I'm not going to. And then he got mad at you again and started calling you names again.
Again?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I doubt that. Come on.
No, I'm telling you, that's what I read.
What did he call him?
The main thing about it, Howard, I'm tired, and now we got kids fighting and, let's say, doing their thing. And I think it's time for us to just walk around and hug each other and forget about the days that we had, the hearts.
You can't hug each other. You'll be shook up like a milkshake. He shakes so much, Ali. What you did to his brain, you shook him so bad, he can't even hug you now. You turned him into a human milkshake machine.
I can't believe we got the peaceful Joe today. The guy who wants to...
Peacemaker. I don't want the peacemaker. This is a man who called you a gorilla. Do you know what? If a white man ever called you a gorilla, he'd be dead. He'd be dead.
You don't have no limits.
He tried to kill Ali.
That is worse. No, this is worse racism than a white man in the South to a black man. He was racist to you. I will never accept this man,
Joe
Ali.
did try to kill Ali.
He
did try.
You did kill him. The guy's walking death. He can't even talk.
You guys are wild.
You did. You beat his ass.
You're talking about the greatest fighters of all time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You guys are wild, man.
Didn't they take you?
I'm trying to make the peace.
We'll never let
You're not making any peace.
Howard keep putting water, gasoline on the fire.
He wants y'all to fight again.
Didn't Joe...
Robin just as bad as Howard.
Ali called Joe Frazier the greatest boxer of all time and Uncle Tom. He did. Am I correct?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But let me ask you
I don't accept... If you want to make peace with him, go ahead.
Joe
I'm not making peace.
gave him his best shot. He put himself in the hospital doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, Howard, you sick.
Joe, what is she talking about?
I don't know, Robin.
Didn't they have to take you to the hospital right after the fight?
Did they take you to the hospital?
To the hospital, I heard.
Well, Ali had been beat up. What happened to Joe?
Now, let's get the damn thing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, why are you saying that?
Now y'all...
Not me.
Now y'all getting me steamed up. Yeah. No, I didn't go to the hospital because punches. I mean, I went to the hospital because I had high blood pressure.
He hit you so hard your blood pressure went up?
No, not that, Robin. Robin's wild.
He knocked your blood pressure up?
All right, okay, Robin. You're tough.
Let's see Ali answer the bell now.
Ooh.
Joe Frazier's ready to fight him. You would fight Ali right now, wouldn't you?
Please.
No, I
wouldn't
want to fight him now. He's not in the best of health, and that wouldn't be fair.
Do you get satisfied?
Myself and him.
I want you to answer me honestly, because I know you're an honest man. Do you get satisfaction from watching him shake now, from your punches? From what he said, Uncle Tom, gorilla comments. You must love it when you see him shake.
I'm not quite sure what the shake come from.
Oh, I know what it's from.
But we had 3 of the greatest fight in history.
That's right. That's the one thing we can all agree on.
No, although he won 2, I won 1. But then you look at him now, you know who won them all.
That's right. So there you go.
Okay, Joe.
You know who won them all.
We're going to do this again.
By the way, he won 2, you say you won 1. I say you won 2, he won 1.
Okay.
All right, that's my opinion.
I say I won 3.
I'm going to be nice today.
You could say whatever you want.
I say I won 3.
That's right.
Where was Joe when Ali was still fighting?
Big button? Where was what?
Where was who?
Where was Joe? Ali was still fighting. In fact, didn't he fight George Foreman?
Yes.
After George took care of you?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He was still around to clean up the work that you left undone.
How come you know so much about the old guys?
Yeah.
You know,
Joe's going to punch right through that glass.
Can I say in defense of Smoke, Styles
He's the greatest fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
Joe knows I love him. I just do this.
No problem, Robert.
Make entertainment.
Say help and love the show.
Well, let me say something here. Joe Frazier's daughter, beautiful girl, by the way. I don't know why she's doing this. I mean, physically beautiful girl.
She's going to be
both of them. Both of the girls are beautiful.
Yes, but I'm talking about your daughter who's going to fight tonight.
Oh, she's going to fight. No doubt about that.
Joe Frazier is going to, his daughter is going to fight.
Is she ready for this?
Layla.
She ready like Freddie.
She's going to fight Layla Ali.
Yes. She's going to beat up Layla Ali. Not just fight her. It's going to be a rerun.
Now, where's that going to be, on TV tonight?
Well, Matt, so we're going to Tony Stone Casino. Up in Canastore, New York.
And can I tune that in on some television station? I don't know anything about it.
I believe it's pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view.
Yeah. It is pay-per-view. Well, I would watch that.
How you been, man? You look great.
I mean, didn't you tell your daughter not to fight?
Yeah, she's not going to listen. You know.
Didn't listen to you?
You don't tell them who to marry, who to love, you know what I mean? She got 3 kids. So I wasn't there, okay? At least I'm there now with the fight game trying to help her. Her brother is a trainer, and we try to get the job done, you know. And moving around the country with the Prince Marketing Group, you know. It's
Joe's going to be signing autographs June 30th at the Convention Center in Cleveland, Ohio for the 22nd Annual National Sports Collectors Convention.
Okay.
And if you need some info on that, you go to the national.net and also the princemarketinggroup.com. And now, I'm glad Shannon's here today, too, because Shannon Briggs is a friend of the show. This guy is big. Look at the size of him.
He's bigger than George.
Yeah. How much you weigh now, Shannon?
I'm about 230, 235.
Joe,
what was your top weight, Joe? You're never that big, are you?
It's a lot of weight.
How much did you weigh?
230.
In your prime, how much did you weigh?
About 215.
215.
Yeah. I'm a little guy. I'm a little piece of leather well put together.
I mean, the guys are getting bigger and bigger, right?
Cliches like Joe, man.
Yeah, Joe can talk.
For real.
Yeah.
And you are here to say that you demand a fight with Mike Tyson.
Well, you know, the birds are talking. You know, we're talking about it, so hopefully it'll happen. Hopefully sometime in August.
I'm worried, though.
The birds.
Come on.
Yeah, I got to tell you something.
I should say whales. Jay Larkin. Hello, Jay. Good morning, Jay.
I'm worried about you.
Nah, stop. Every time I come here, you tell me to retire. You're handsome. You're smart. Stop.
He's a handsome guy. He's a smart guy. He doesn't have the eye of the tiger. He's too good looking to have eye of the tiger, right? Am I right? He's modeled. You model, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does modeling. What are you going to hurt your face for?
You know what I see, Howard?
You're too pretty to fight.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
He's from the same tribe the other guy from.
That's
Which
right.
guy?
Which guy? Oh, yeah,
Ali?
right. Ali.
Hey, that's a great thing.
Oh, you got pretty long blonde hair.
Blonde hair?
He does. Shannon's got blonde hair. That's blonde hair, right, Joe?
That's what I see.
Right.
Easy on me, easy on me.
You want to fight Mike Tyson to be a big payday for you?
No. It'll be a great victory for me.
Right.
The upside, of course, is money and, you know, the next fight. But I'm going down. We're from the same neighborhood.
Right.
We're born 3 blocks apart.
Right.
From Brownsville. I'm from Brownsville. Let's make it happen. 2 Brooklyn guys. It would be great for the Garden, but if it, you know.
But the last couple of fights you've been hurt, right?
No. I've just come off 2 first-round knockouts.
Oh, really?
Great. Yeah, I'm doing. I got a new trainer.
Right.
I'm training the floor at the Warriors Boxing Gym on 441. I got my 2 new trainers, actually 3.
Right.
Herman Casedo, Jesse Robinson,
and Greg Pierre. Those are my 3 trainers.
Joe, does Shannon have a shot against Tyson?
You did it last year.
I did not.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I'm almost sure you had it last year, but he stopped
I
for a while.
don't remember. My favorite was the wrapping paper.
Yeah. I did it once or twice, but that's about it.
Scott, don't you feel humiliated having to go up to, like, Robin and say, hey, Robin, would you like to buy some wrapping paper? Would you like to buy some wrapping paper?
My son
Here's the deal.
is selling wrapping paper.
Hallmark.
You say that you would do anything for your kids.
Sure I would.
I'm doing something for my kids.
No, you're
not.
No?
We're doing something for your kids.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not doing anything.
We're being embarrassed.
I'm helping them out.
Are you doing this because you want your kid to like win a contest, or are you doing it because you don't want your kid going door to door because you're afraid these days?
Well, both.
Yeah,
you're trying too hard.
Gave him an excuse. He wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, you should have given choices.
To be super dad.
I'm trying to help the kid out. I mean, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is that if they give him an assignment and you ever do your kid's homework for him? No. You know why?
No, we help him out, but we don't do it.
But you don't do it for him.
Right.
Because what do you learn from that?
Tell the truth. If Howard or Robin, knowing that they make as much as they do, whatever you think that amount is, if they say no, wouldn't you walk away and in your mind go, cheap bastards?
Yeah, of course you would.
You'd be pissed at us.
Yeah. And like,
you never sold anything?
Never. And
Why can't
I never
Scott
will.
just, invest $50 in it and
give your kid $100 and say, here. I mean, that's what you're really doing.
Absolutely. You're making me do it.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we could just go and buy whatever he would get for selling, a certain amount.
But he didn't sell it.
You're selling it. So what good is it?
No, I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point.
And the school always does that.
They always.
What do they got, a sweatshirt or something?
I'm trying to get work done, right? I go back there to give Scott some information because my son.
No, it's been years. I mean, my son's in high school.
If you buy a few rolls, he could win a prize. And so now I've got to stop, look at the wrapping paper selections,
right, and buy.
And then I got to see what they have a different graduation. You buy 5 rolls is this much, and of course I got to take the top thing.
I'd have more respect for if you just walk up to me and said, here's, hey, Howard, give me $100. You know what I mean?
Stick up.
I wouldn't
and
do
then
that.
I get a bunch of wrapping paper I don't want.
Which is overpriced.
Yeah.
Right.
Expensive wrapping paper I can't use.
Right. So his son will win a prize.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last building we were in? There was a guy there that hated us. He used to hit us up for stuff.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't like us to begin with, so you felt like maybe if I buy some stuff for his kid, he'll be nice to me. But he never was, and then if you didn't buy the stuff...
No, he thinks he's giving you a bargain.
He was even meaner to you.
Yeah,
I was always shocked that he would ask us because he hated us so much.
He hated us, and he'd say, hey, buy some stuff for my kid.
Yeah, well, there's a new shakedown, too. I see little black kids running through the city with M&Ms.
Yeah, M&Ms and chocolate bars, and then you feel like you got to buy that, too.
I don't. I blow them off.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, I know that this is going to go to some sort of,
Yeah, what is this?
gang activity or something.
I bought it.
There's no way. They have no credentials. Of course, neither do Girl Scouts, but it just looks weird. They're holding this thing of M&Ms that you can buy at the Price Club.
Yeah, it's in a basket.
Suddenly they're $2 a pop when they're usually 50 cents.
Yeah.
They're like, it's going to help me do something about something, but they never clear on what it is.
Yeah. It's going to help me buy a new bong.
I love the one. I told you about the time the guy came up to me, he's a little kid with the candy. He says, help people get off drugs. I said, drugs cost money, not getting off them. It doesn't cost any money.
Hey, Howard,
to
you haven't been on a subway lately, but now if you're in a subway car, a guy will come in and start singing, and then he'll come up to everybody sitting down with a cup and say, come on.
And he shakes it right in your face.
That's been going on forever.
Remember the guy with the basketball who used to be on our train? He'd come on, and he'd say, I could be robbing you.
Yeah.
But instead...
I'm going to do some tricks with my basketball. Oh, thank you.
You feel obligated because you're like trapped.
Hey, never mind all this. I got a great one for you guys.
What?
I'm going to introduce you to a girl now. This is the best. FHM Magazine. For Him Magazine.
I didn't know what FHM stood for. That's interesting.
Yep. FHM Magazine has got a list.
All of these magazines have lists.
Yeah, but this list is great. It's 100 women that you'd... like, if you're a single dude, that you'd want to go out with because... not that they're even so great looking. Forget about that they're nice looking women. But all of them have money.
You know what? Women's magazines have been doing these lists for years. Most eligible bachelor. And they're always nice single guys with great jobs. And I bet you women are outraged at FHM for putting out this list. But women have been doing it for years.
There are so many women out there who are rich from, for one reason or another, mostly marrying rich guys.
Right.
Now, I got here today, number 22 on the FHM list of chicks you want to...
Number 22.
Number 22, chicks you want to bag.
So now they're saying men should stalk women for their money.
Yeah. Wow. Look at what's here.
God.
Hey, baby. This is Sean Bagwell.
Did somebody
Hey,
forget
Sean.
to tell her to get dressed for the show?
Sean, you're wearing the right outfit for this show, I'll tell you that. You got some little bot on you. Hi,
Well,
Sean.
she spent all the money on clothing. Hi there.
Sean, you're practically naked.
I'm not practically naked.
All right, you're naked.
Not that bad.
You are.
Good.
That's a great outfit.
Thank you.
You got a great bod.
Ah, you're nice.
You were. Are you still a model?
I actually am doing some modeling. I sort of was doing more acting, but since I've been in L.A., it's crazy. I've been working more in the modeling market.
What are you doing? Like, what kind of ads?
Like we just, this month in the Controversy magazine, I did the swimsuit layout.
Okay.
So it's very cool.
So this is a girl doing swimsuits and stuff, and she's a good-looking girl, but never mind the good looks. She was married. Now you're divorced, right?
I am divorced.
You were married to the professional baseball player, whatever his name is, Bagwell.
Bagwell. Whoever.
Jeff Bagwell.
Jeff Bagwell. What was he, a pitcher?
No, he's a first baseman.
First baseman for who?
Houston Astros.
Yeah. See, I should know that, but I just don't.
Why? It's okay.
I just don't know.
Why would you know?
Because I'm a guy.
He's a really well-known player.
Yeah, he's a top guy.
I don't know him.
I think they call him, he's really well-known, very good player.
What do they call him?
Sean Bagwell.
I think what do they call it, the Killer Bees? Is that what they call him, Sean?
That's one of the names. And
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys on Houston whose name begin with B, and they're all really good.
The Killer Beast?
Killer Bees.
Oh, the Killer Bees.
Because all their names begin with B.
And they also call him MVP.
MVP, most valuable player.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I should know him.
Oh, baby. So, he has millions from his baseball contract. You were married to him, how many years?
About 2.5.
2.5 years. So you get a mother load when you guys get divorced, right? You didn't sign a prenup.
There was no prenup, but it wasn't really a mother load. I mean, it was...
Really? The guy's a multimillionaire, isn't he? What's his contract worth?
It's worth a lot of money, and according to lawyers, they're like, oh, you know, you could get more money, this and that, but it doesn't interest me. It was like...
Really?
I mean, it's not that money doesn't interest me. It's just that it was amicable.
It was. You didn't have any kids?
No.
No kids?
No.
But still, is a woman entitled...
Yes.
No. Is a woman entitled... Like, let's say when you married him, he was already a big baseball star, right?
No.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
See, she made him.
Oh, you made him then.
I like Robin. She's really, really nice.
You gave him
Robin,
his talent.
you are so beautiful. Can I just say?
Thank you. Thank you. I did her makeup this morning.
You made me.
Yeah. Fabulous. I'm the new Kevin Aquan. So when you married him, where was he at? He was out of high school?
No, he had just been traded to Houston.
Oh, okay. So he was a professional athlete.
Yes, but he had not played in the big leagues yet. I believe that he was in Double-A in Boston and then traded to Houston.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a good-looking dude that you met, kind of muscular, you know.
Nice He's very cute. Yeah.
Nice ass, the whole thing. And he didn't have a lot of money, but he had potential. So if you guys were only together for like 2.5 years, he signed this big contract during the marriage, right?
He did. I think it was for like 67. He signed one for like $67 million and 95
million.
Sweet.
Hey now. Hey now. $67 million.
Hey now.
Now, when he signed the contract, the marriage was good. You guys were very much in love.
Yeah, I was kind of unhappy because I'd always modeled and done a lot of things. I've worked since I was, lied about my age to get a job,
Right.
And he didn't want me to work, and he kind of wanted me to...
Stay at home.
To be a wife, and he deserves that, to have somebody to raise kids and be in the house, but I went stir-crazy. I wanted to work.
Had you not discussed with him ahead of time that, hey, I'm the kind of woman that's always going to want to work and be out there and be part of society?
Well,
did you think you'd be able to pull this off?
I thought I really did. I didn't realize how unhappy I was going to be without my work. It got to where I was going to charity fashion shows to watch the models, and I was sad that I wasn't in the shows.
So didn't you go to him and say, listen, I just want to go to work again. I want to go back out and work?
I did, and I actually had a radio show.
You did? Where'd you have a radio show?
In Houston.
I would want